So yesterday we saw, yes, what was the name of detector yesterday study? Yes, which detector we have studied yesterday? Huh?
Photovoltaic cell.
Photovoltaic cell. Okay. So yesterday we saw the construction of photovoltaic cell. Yes. And now today we have to see its characteristics and its disadvantages. Okay. So give heading characteristics of photovoltaic cell. Characteristics of photovoltaic cell. Okay, now we have to see the first character, number 1. So what is the first character? Very first character is what? Whatever photocurrent it is produced. Photocurrent, why it is called as photocurrent? Because that current is produced when photons, means what, radiations, falls on the cathode or on the electrode, okay, or on the receiver, whatever is there. So that current is produced due to the photons. Therefore, that current is called as what? Photocurrent. So that photocurrent, the magnitude of that photocurrent is proportional, is directly proportional to the radiant power of the radiations. Okay, so whatever radiations falls on that collector or on that transparent metal film, so due to that one, due to radiant power of those radiations, current is produced, and magnitude of that current is directly proportional to the radiant power of that light which falls on that detector. Okay, so this is the first and very important characteristics of the photovoltaic cell. So directly you can measure the radiant power. Directly you will get the value of radiant power of the incident beam of radiation by using photovoltaic cell. Okay, then the second one. Second is you are not required to use battery. So use of battery. I will write no use of battery. Okay, so see, if you are using photovoltaic cell, then there is no need to use battery to operate that detector. See, for other detectors, you need the battery. You have to apply the external voltage, but here external voltage is not required, and therefore there is no use of battery. Okay, so this is the one more plus point or characteristic of the photovoltaic cell. Then the next characteristic is you can So this photovoltaic cell is what? It is sensitive over all visible region. Okay, so you can use photovoltaic cell to measure the radiations, all the radiation that comes under visible region. Okay, means what? Starting from 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer, all the radiations can be measured by the photovoltaic cell. So this is again the third important characteristic of the photovoltaic cell. Got this one? Third one? Okay. Okay, so these are the three important characteristics of photovoltaic cell, and now we will go towards the next point, and that is disadvantages of the photovoltaic cell. So give next heading, disadvantages. Disadvantages. So very one and very major disadvantage is there, and it is, see, it undergoes fatigue effect. It gives or it shows fatigue effect. So what is meant by this fatigue effect? So fatigue effect means what? If you are continuously exposing that detector to the radiations, then the amount of current, photocurrent produced by that detector goes on decreasing slowly. Okay. So see, when there is continuous illumination of the radiations on the detector, the current produced by detector decreases slowly, and thus you will not get the exact amount of current, photocurrent produced, and thus you will not able to measure the exact amount of radiant power of the incident radiation. So this is the one major fault, or we will say here disadvantage or drawback of the photovoltaic cell. So this is the very important one, because see, in this case, in spectroscopy, the measurement of current is very important. This is your first disadvantage, and then second disadvantage again, that is the very important one, and it is, see, the internal resistance of the detector is very less. Okay, so internal resistance is less, and therefore you are not able to amplify the current by the readout system. Okay, so amplification is not possible. Okay, so amplification, if it is possible, then also it is very difficult to amplify the current produced. Okay, amplification म्हणजे माहिती आहे तुम्हाला, you have to amplify it by number of times. त्याला multiple number of times तुम्हाला signal मिळतो. That is called as what? Amplification. Okay, so as the detector, its own internal resistance is very small, and therefore the amplification becomes very difficult for the photocurrent. And therefore again you will not get the accurate amount of the photocurrent and does not get the radiant power of the incident radiations. So these two are the major disadvantages of the photovoltaic cell, and these three are the major characteristics or advantages, we will say, of the photovoltaic cell. Okay, so prepare them very well. So see a question like, see, explain photovoltaic cell, or describe photovoltaic cell, like that one, or write a short note on photovoltaic cell. This will be asked. So in that one you have to write down the construction, you have to draw the figure, construction, figure, and then characteristics and disadvantages. So all those points will be covered by 4 marks. So write it properly if it is asked in the exam. Then the next type, second type of detector that we have to discuss today is the photo tube, or also called as photoemissive tube. So I am going to draw this. Okay, so second type of the detector is a phototube or photoemissive tube. Now see, first of all we will discuss the construction of this detector, and then we will go towards the advantages or disadvantages of the detector. So first of all, see how the construction is, what it contains. It contains an evacuated bulb. What is there? There is an evacuated bulb. Evacuated means all the air is taken out of that. So evacuated bulb. Now this bulb is fitted with the cylindrical metal cathode. So this is what? This is the cathode. Okay. Now this cathode, the inner side of the cathode. So see, this side of the cathode is coated by the light sensitive material. Okay. So a cathode, a metallic cathode, is fitted in the evacuated bulb, and the inner lining of this is coated by the photosensitive, or we will say light sensitive material. Okay, so that photosensitive material or light sensitive material will be, so it will be oxide. What oxide? Is it visible to you? Okay, oxide of either cesium, or it may be of potassium, or it may be of silver, Ag. Okay, so light sensitive material like oxides of cesium, potassium, or silver is coated on inner side of the cathode. Okay. Then in front of that cathode only a metal ring is fitted. So this metal ring, it will act as a anode. So I will write here it is anode. Okay, and then these two are fitted with the external circuit. Okay, somewhere here the battery is attached. So see here you need the external battery to apply the voltage. Okay, so somewhere here the battery is attached. And now in between these two electrodes one resistor is fitted. So we will call that resistor as RL. So this is resistor RL. Okay. And after that the amplifier is fitted there. And then this amplifier sends the signal to the readout devices. ओके
आवाज नाहीये
आवाज येत नाहीये का सिग्नल वीक झाला असेल पा तुमचा
नाहीये
आवाज
आम्हाला येतोय
येतोय ना मग बाळा तुझा सिग्नल वीक झाला असेल बर ठीक आहे जरी आवाज नाही आला ना तर मग मला सांगत चला म्हणजे कोणाला जर व्यवस्थित नसेल ऐकायला येत ना तर मग तुझी व्हिडिओ आहे ना आपलं मी व्हिडिओ रेकॉर्ड करतेय सो दॅट व्हिडिओ विल बी अपलोडेड सो दॅट यू कॅन वॉच आफ्टरवर्ड्स ऑल्सो ओके So this is the whole overall construction of the phototube. So see once again I am repeating. So phototube consists of one evacuated bulb in which the cylindrical cathode made up of metal is fitted. The inner lining of that cathode is lined by the photosensitive material like what oxide of cesium, potassium or silver. Now in front of that a metal ring is fitted. That metal ring acts as an anode and then both of them are fitted with the RL. It is the internal resistor. Okay. Now on this side there is external DC source is there. So battery is there. Then afterwards the amplifier is fitted with the apparatus with that detector and after amplifier there is a readout device. So we know the functions of those two. So our main detector is up to here. Okay. How it works? So what happens? I will bring the chalk. So see what happens when radiations are allowed to fall on the cathode. So this cathode it is coated by the photosensitive material. Photosensitive means as soon as the radiations falls on it, it starts to emit the electrons. Okay. So as soon as these radiations fall on inner lining or photosensitive material of the cathode, this photosensitive material liberates the electrons. Now those electrons, now see we have applied the high voltage. See before starting we have to apply the high voltage by this DC source. So the voltage of nearly 90 volts will be applied. So under this high voltage, the electrons liberated here at cathode will migrate towards the anode. So electrons will migrate towards the anode. So anode collects all those electrons and send them to this direction, means what, towards the cathode, so that the circuit will get completed. Okay, but due to production, so flow of electron means what, it is nothing but the current. Okay, so thus a photocurrent is generated from anode. So as a result of this photocurrent, the IR drop is occurs across this resistor. Okay, so resistor shows some IR drop. So this IR drop is directly proportional to the photocurrent. If the photocurrent is more, then IR drop is also more. Okay, so that signal of photocurrent or IR drop is sent to the amplifier. This is what? Amplifier. where the signal or the photocurrent or the IR drop gets amplified, and then that signal is sent to the readout device, and then this readout device gives us the magnitude or radiant power or current of produced in this circuit, and that current is directly proportional to the radiant power. Okay, so this is the working of the photo tube. See, if you will get the diagram of the or construction of the photo tube, the explanation becomes very easy. So see, once again I am going to repeat the construction. A phototube consists of a evacuated bulb. I have not written here, so I will write. It is what? Evacuated bulb. Okay, then in this bulb, a cylindrical shaped cathode is fitted. This cathode is coated by photosensitive material like oxide of cesium, potassium or silver. Okay, then in front of that cathode, a metal ring is fitted. This metal ring acts as an anode in this detector. Then the cathode is fitted with the DC source which supplies high voltage, and then this metal ring means anode is on one side, it is fitted with what? RL, it is the internal resistor. Okay, and then again the DC source is connected with that resistor. So this is our detector. Then comes the amplifier. The function of amplifier is what? Whatever signal you got from the detector, it becomes or it gets amplified in amplifier, and then those signals are sent to the readout device. Okay, now see, when radiations falls on the photosensitive material of the cathode, this photosensitive material emits electrons. Okay, and under high voltage of 90 volt, these liberated electrons will migrate towards the anode. Now anode collects those electrons and send towards the resistor. Due to that, photocurrent is produced. As a result of this photocurrent, the IR drop, what? IR drop occurs across this internal resistor RL. Okay, and the magnitude of this IR drop is directly proportional to the radiant power of the radiations. Okay, so major the radiation, more IR drop will be developed. So this signal is sent to the amplifier, and then amplifier amplifies that those signals and then send them towards the readout device, and readout device shows whatever signal they get. Got this photo tube? समझ लगा photo tubes? Yes or no? Okay, good. Now next one, what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage? Disadvantage, what we can say here, we have used the battery. So use of battery is necessary for working of the photo tube. Clear? Just a minute. So okay, समझ लो वहां तक आया है. First is what? Here the use of battery is necessary. If battery is not used, we cannot use the photo tube. So this is the one characteristic of the photo tube. Then second thing, we can call it as the advantage of photo tube. Okay, see, the internal resistance is high here. In photo tubes, the internal resistance is high. As a result of this, the current produced or whatever signal is produced, it is easily amplified. So this is the advantage. So whatever signal we will get due to high internal resistance, it is easily amplified. In photovoltaic cell, it was difficult to amplify the signal. Why? Because internal resistance was low. But in this case, internal resistance was high, and therefore it is easy to amplify the current. Okay, so this is the advantage. Then second thing, see, just a minute, we will see if there is anyone. Okay, so as amplification is possible, ठीक है, इथे amplification का है possible आहे. Okay, so as amplification is possible in this electrode, therefore very small amount of radiant power or very small intensity of radiations can also be measured by using the phototubes. ठीक आहे, अगदी थोडेसे जरी रेडिएशन्स ह्याच्यावरती फॉल झाले म्हणजे इंटेन्सिटी खूपच कमी जरी असली तरी पण एम्प्लिफिकेशन होतंय ना, देन यू आर एबल टू गेट द रिझल्ट. ओके, आणि फोटोवोल्टाइक सेल मध्ये तसं होणार नव्हतं. व्हाय? बिकॉज एम्प्लिफिकेशन इज नॉट दॅट मच पॉसिबल. सो यू नीड the maximum or more amount, more intensity of the radiation in photovoltaic cell. इथं मात्र नाही. This can be used if very few radiations, very few intensity, less intensity of radiation is there, then also you are able to use the phototube. Got this thing? समजलं का हे? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Then one more.
Yes, ma'am.
One more advantage. See, this is it is sensitive. It's sensitivity. Okay, it's sensitivity. Photovoltaic cell was sensitive for all visible region. Okay, just like that, this is also visible for the UV and IR, near IR, I will say, near IR region. So what it means? It means if you are measuring the ultraviolet rays, so whole UV region is covered by this detector or can be measured by this detector, and as well as along with whole UV region, you are also able to measure the near IR radiations by using the same detector. So you can use it for two radiations, for measurement of two radiations, whole UV and near IR, not far IR. ठीक है ना? IR is divided into two regions, near IR and far IR. So this detector is used for near IR regions. So this is again the second advantage. Got this thing? Okay, so here today we have completed the second type of detector, that is phototube, but due to lack of time the next type of detector cannot be completed today. So for today we will stop. Tomorrow we will take, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, means from Monday. So we will take the third type of detector, and that is PMT. That is also very important one. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. जर तुम्हाला असं वाटत असेल की समजलेलं नाही तर मला विचारू शकता तुम्ही. आय कॅन एक्सप्लेन इट वन्स अगेन. समजलं सगळ्यांना? Can I end the meeting for today?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.